Hey everybody, this is Ms. Dietrich helping you on question number 7 from worksheet L26. Use the figure to answer the questions below. What is the area of the figure? And they also want you to explain how you found your answer to part A. I'm going to suggest that we break this thing up into shapes that we have formulas for. We have a rectangle right here, which I'm going to trace in green. And then we also have a trapezoid, so how about we trace that in blue. Now you could consider breaking this up, the trapezoid that is, into a rectangle and then another triangle, but I think it's probably going to be easier if we just stick with the two shapes. Alright, now let's tackle this first because that's pretty easy. They give you the dimensions for that. We know that the formula for area of a rectangle is base times height, and we're doing 3 times 4 to get that. 3 times 4, which would be 12. Pretty simple stuff. 12 square centimeters. So that's this piece right here. Alright, now the trapezoid's a little bit tricky because we have to do a little bit of inferring. So here's what we know. This piece right here is 3, which means that this piece right here is 3. Now this 13 that they're talking about is the length of the entire line. So that means you have to figure out what this piece is over here, this blue line on the bottom, because it's not 13. If you subtract 3 from it, then you're going to get that base, which is 10. Let's write that number down. The base is 10. Now this number we don't have to infer, they give it to you. These two parallel lines, which we call base 1 and base 2, we have 7 and we have 10. So let's plug those numbers into the formula. We have 7 and 10 as our parallel lines. Now the height is another thing that we're going to have to infer. Now here's what we know. We know that this entire line is what we need for the height because it's perpendicular to the bases, but they only give you, this 4 is only talking about this piece right here. We need to know the length going all the way down. Now the helpful thing is the fact that if this is here, if this piece over here is 4, then that means that this piece here has to be 4. And 4 plus this 4 would be 8. The height of the trapezoid is 8. Alright, and now we can proceed, because we have all the numbers we need now. Let's add the parallel sides, because we always do that first. So 7 plus 10 would be 17, and then we have to take half, and then multiply by 8. Alright, now do you see how we have an even number here? Whenever you have an even number, just to keep things more user-friendly, I like to take half of those just because it's going to keep your number smaller. Half of 8 is 4. And then you have to multiply 4 times 17. Now, I'm not going to finish this for you because we're almost out of time, but you are. You're going to do the 17 times 4, and you're going to get some number here. And then you're going to add that number to the 12 that you have, and that'll be the area of the entire figure. So just to recap what you're going to be putting on this, explain how you found your answer to part A, you might say something like this, and feel free to hit the pause button as I go through this. First, I found the area of the rectangle on the side by multiplying 4 times 3, and I got 12. Next, I inferred the length of the base to be 10 and applied that to the formula. I inferred the rest of the height on the trapezoid and got 4. And then you can talk about this formula. I used the formula area equals half times base 1 plus base 2 times the height, plugged the numbers in, found the area of the trapezoid, and added that to the area of the rectangle. So if you can say that more concisely than I did, then you're doing well, because that's hard to say that on the lines that they give you. Alright, good luck finishing that up.